Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way that I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. You're beautiful like the ocean, yeah. Don't wanna change you, so I hope you don't wanna change me. Wanna fix your circumstances, life came like a stampede. Are you sleeping? Can I call you? Is it too late? Will I get through? Tryna find another way I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it 100. find another way that I can find you. This is nothing we can't fight through. Cause we're stuck in the moment. Vibe out when we smoking, yeah. I keep it on.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been a minute since I've been live. Like I said, my what do you call it? My allergies been kicking my ass, man. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. Finally to get me an allergy shot, man. Shit's been real, man. But it's a few things that, like I said, I'm going to talk about. We're going to talk about today. That I didn't get, like I said, a few things. Said, you miss a day, you miss a lot, man. I've been live with a show probably about almost not a week, but like 4 or 5 days ago. But a lot of things came out from Sony. They're finally going to have the event. We're going to talk about that. Some news about the Xbox Series X. So I just did a video about this too. Sony in talks with Konami. We're going to talk about that. And so it's not just Silent Hill. It might be trying to acquire the Metal Gear Solid IP. I don't know if, like I said, well, maybe give it back to Kojima, you know what I mean? There was talks of Sony, I think I said, acquiring Kojima Studio. But like I said, we're going to talk about that. I got a full house today, as always. As you guys come in, hit the like button. We're going to have a great show today, you know what I mean? A great show. Some more specs came out from the Xbox Series X. I ain't, like I said, what they saying, what's coming out, I ain't going to lie. That's going to be a hell of a goddamn console. Now, I hope Microsoft does the right thing this go around and release some goddamn software to support it, but that's up to them. I told you, I ain't in the cabin to make an excuse for no $1 trillion or $1 billion goddamn company. It's not happening for nobody, you know what I mean? We do have some, or a couple of screenshots that are leaked out from Playground Games. We're going to talk about that. Some people say they stole Sony's template. We're going to talk about that. A few things. I'm about to hop in here with the guys. I know they ain't arguing. They was arguing when I left out. Them jokes be crazy. And again, I'm going to say this, right? For those of you that follow me on Patreon, join the YouTube channel, or subscribe to me on Twitch, Just Be Rockin' Sport. I finally made this stuff for Parker and King available. Like, hit me up. You don't have the link. Watch it now before they flag it and take it out. It ain't on my YouTube channel. I'm going to say that, man. I had to put that thing somewhere else. But it is crazy. You talking about, like, you know, for those who know, when the Patreon stuff, I do a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. And something, you know, because we always bugging out, like, always. I'm always recording. But some things I can't make public. Some things that sometimes are just too much for me to scrub. But I just say, fine, I'm going to leave. This thing right here was too funny not to put somewhere to share with the world. Like, yo, it is crazy. It was too much for me to scrub. But you talking about something that's funny, some funny, man, oh man. You know what I mean? I rarely ever go back and listen to anything that we do or whatever. Like, once it's done, it's done. You know what I mean? But this shit here is hilarious. Funny as hell. Like, you know what I mean? But hold on one second. I also to shout out everybody that I sent out a bunch of t-shirts today. Spent about $500. You know what I mean? On t-shirt shit to you guys wearing me again, me saying thank you. And for those of you, like I said, that joined the channel here, subscribe to me, or pledge to the Patreon, subscribe to me on Twitch. If I haven't sent you the, or just support the channel, you know, we rock out on the super chat. If I haven't sent you the link to the private Discord, let me know right now in the chat so I can get that to you. And that's where we do all the fights and the pay-per-view and all that stuff right there. You know what I mean? All right, I'm about to hop in here right now. We're going to get this damn thing short the road. Let me see right quick. Let me hop in here. Let me see. Broadband bullies.
They got a lot of money.
Exactly.
Hello.
Yeah,
but what else did they do? What else did they do?
Pachinko machines.
We
live.
Okay, those gambling things?
Yeah.
All right, ladies
Yeah,
and
real
gentlemen.
talk. Oh, my bad.
That's cool. All right, we got together. My man with the boots. We live. Anybody got the short right quick? I'm still tweeting this out.
Yeah, I got it. Shout out to It's Bread Time. Shout out to Ice Queen Gaming.
Yeah.
Jersey Ghost. Young Boy Gift in the house. Panda Mark. Terrible Thunder. Heat Stevens. The Ruham. Sony Firstborn Son. Man. Telling you these names.
Sony
We got
firstborn
SS9
son.
Vegeta, AP the Shooter. We got Gen X, Reckless 252, Bentley 28. We got the Blue Ranger. We got Sam Ash. To Die For. We got Pumpkin Queen, Dark Link 999, Dark Lord Fusion. What's good, brother? We got Cypher Boy. We got El Matador. We got Daniel Jack, Joe Henry, Anthony Chipmunk. We got Jerry Petty, Cold as Ice, Cold Blooded. We got Jamal P. Who else we got? King Reaper in the house. Swift Arsenic. Xavier Bay was good. Who else? 22 was good. We got Clint Forbes. We got Mario Leave. Welcome. Kevin Mack. Who else? 9 Lives 210 was good, bro. I'm looking at Predator Kingdom. Hype 2 Beasts. That's about it, man. Anybody else, man? We got you. We got that's it. What's up?
Like I said, as you shout you out, guys, the like button. We're gonna have a great show today. I don't know when was the last time we did. Was it Wednesday or Tuesday? We got together.
I think it's Tuesday, bro.
Yeah, Tuesday. Like I said, as you guys come hit the like button. A lot of topics to talk about. Hold on 1 second. I'm sending this tweet out here.
Tech guy, what's up?
Jersey Ghost. I know I seen him in there earlier. Shout out to him. And then, like I said, I sent a lot of t-shirts out today. I was hitting a couple of you guys up. You guys was giving me your street address. Wouldn't give me your apartment number, or you wouldn't guys give me your name. So all the t-shirts should have been sent out. Plus
no, you ain't coming to top my granny. Hell no.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
J Love.
What's going on? Yeah, J Love. What up?
What's going on? But like I said, as you guys come in, you'll be so kind, hit the like button. We're gonna have a great show today. Several topics. Oh, what they got? An alarm? What that mean? What's going on?
Oh shit, it's going down.
Coronavirus.
I don't know what that alert for. I got
World War Z.
Shit. You got the alert. It's showtime, baby. It's time to load it up.
Them clickers coming.
Yeah, right.
My J-Dub strapped and ready, man.
Facts.
J-Dub been at the range lately. He been waiting for this.
Ready for them Canadian D batches to come.
Target practice.
Spreading they fake news.
Yeah, but okay. But anyway, as I was saying, as you guys can come into the light, but we got several topics here today. What you guys want to tackle first? Ori and the Blind Forest developers reaching out to somebody on change that or to change with the review score.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, we might as well jump into that shit, brother.
Yep.
Post up and practicing with Phil and shit. He said, "Stop clipping my toenails and go over these."
Post, you been twerking in his window again?
Yeah, he said, "Stop clipping my toenails and go over these talking points, bro." So apparently, Microsoft was all gung ho about Ori and the Blind Forest. What it debuted at like a 93 or some shit like that.
Okay.
So Aaron Greenberg put on his onesie again, start eating some Gerber baby food and shit, and get on, got all over the mic. It was like, yeah, congratulations to Ori and all this other shit. But the last 48 hours, that score dropped faster than Wile E. Coyote off the cliff. You know what I'm saying? And now that motherfucker, what that motherfucker, 82 now and shit? No,
hold on.
Yeah, it's 89. It's going to be 88 or something.
It's 89. And now all of a sudden, everybody's like, no, that's a Moon Studios game. That's Moon Studios, right?
It's a multi-plat. They don't care about it.
Yeah, and Moon Studio now Moon Studios is sending cryptocurrency to different reviewers, asking them to change the score. Look, we got a day 5 patch. So because the day 5 patch is out there, can y'all change the score again? So I don't know what's going on with Xbox.
They're trying to pay them off.
Hey, wait. So Xbox guys are saying that 89. What shit that reviewed higher than anything they released in last?
Bro, you know how that is, man.
But see, you know what it is, man. The 90 is that holy grail score of bragging rights.
Anything goddamn 2D side scroller, like what?
It was supposed to.
Here we go. He got his notes. I'm gonna hear these notes. Go ahead, brother.
Listen, prior to Ori launching, Xbox dudes was like, "This is the flagship title for Xbox. It's definitely going to get a 94, 95 Metacritic." The last game got an 88. This one here going to be an 88. It's 89. And the dude's gonna be like, we'll pay y'all to change our review score so we can get at least a 90.
The lies.
Hold on, Jay. Hey, Jay, I'll do you one better. They even was trying to get a petition ready to make Ori the official mascot of Xbox according to Tsunami. They said, "Fuck Master Chief, who is literally
he dropped his notes on the floor."
Oh, you heard that? You heard that, Trey? You heard that bullshit?
Man, the Xbox community been done away with Tsunami since the last.
I appreciate Blue Chris, brother.
Hey, bro, yeah.
We do not condone anything or support anything out of that mad mouth. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know now. Everybody just had no petition on the mascot. If it ain't when it came across my desk, it is not real.
No, I heard Thrash got your blessing when he
came across my desk. It's not real, and I'm the official ambassador.
Tsunami got your blessing when he went on Thrash and shit. I heard.
No, he didn't get my blessing, man.
They beat his. Yo,
let me tell you something. Ori is still a great game. It's no doubt that the issues with the game has caused the review score to be lower than what the game actually is. You know what I'm saying? It is a 90s rated game. But this comment that everybody's going off, it was not a developer comment. A developer did not ask the reviewer to change the score. It was a person from Reset Era. It was somebody at Reset Era who was talking to that reviewer, asking them to change the score. And people tweeted it out on Twitter, saying there was somebody from Moon Studios when it was somebody from a regular gamer from Reset Era. So let's stop this. They're not out there asking people to change review scores, because prior to sending the review copy to the reviewers, Moon Studio had already warned them that there was going to be issues on the Xbox version and not the PC version, because the PC version that already had the updates and stuff. But they already told reviewers prior to sending it to them that it was issues with the Xbox version and that they had the patch already. So, Mouse, sit your ass down.
Do you think that's fair?
I'm gonna say this. No.
If you keep talking shit, we gonna bring up Stadia, fuck nigga.
No, oh yeah, you can bring it up, baby, because we can put up Baldur's Gate next to Grounded, baby. We can do that all day. Let me ask you a question. Though.
Go ahead, my brother.
Number one, I don't believe you because you're post up. I don't believe you. I need proof. Number two, what is up with? Okay, let's get beyond that. Let's just say what you said was right, which I don't believe. Why is all the Xbox out here now saying that meta doesn't matter when they all put on onesies with Aaron Greenberg?
My people of the courtroom and the judge and Judge Kratos. Judge C. Kratos, I do want to add that my man is deflecting.
I don't understand though. Orange is a good game though. Like,
it's a draw your mouth ears.
I mean, it's a 2D side scroller, but then it has the Xbox got sync that flow.
Why they got it hot?
I'm out to congregate with the community, man. We can't be out here like that. You know what I'm saying?
That motherfucker rated hard
the game. The game. I heard the game is selling bananas despite Game Pass. I heard the sales numbers are really good. So what you gotta complain?
Hey, fuck all that. Hey, Jada, what you gotta do about Maze Y'all make a death threats, man?
Hey, I don't know that.
That's a different subject.
No.
You gotta ask me some of
that. Y'all better rain.
You can't be bringing up random ass robot.
He said, "No Omar from the Wire."
That was a deflection.
Ban that motherfucker from here, right?
Hey, y'all. He came from left field. Yeah, I don't think nobody claiming him, bro. And even the most
what's that got to do with Ori?
Even the most.
Why are you bringing that up, R&B?
Yeah,
deflecting.
My man Sony Prophet said, "Stop all the hate. 80 rated games, they're good. Like I don't see.
Good.
Yeah,
it's 89.
Wait, hold on.
They still you round up, it's a 90, man.
Hold on. We need somebody to keep that same energy.
Hold on.
When Dreams got an 89. When the rest of them get when other Sony games get when MLB get an 89, we need to keep that same energy.
Oh, hold on.
Actually, it's a pretty good game.
Did you keep that same energy on Gears 5?
But you were saying Gears got a low 80.
when Kratos was
You got
pointing out
86, what are
80
you talking
rated
about?
games are trash.
Oh,
When
I ain't say that.
Kratos,
Only because at that time Sony has nothing but 90 bangers. So of course, but
look, man, look.
Not Days Gone.
Dreams is in the wind, man. It didn't chart. Ain't nobody talking about it since it dropped out of the 90s. The ponies don't even talk about it. And Kratos ain't named not one game he made out of that motherfucker. So we can move on.
Hey, the Dreams version of Battletoads is going to chart better than Battletoads, though.
Ooh,
Hey, hold on, let me pay the bills right quick.
That's gross.
My man, Mr. Miracle said Ori can't even scale down to the OG X-Bone. How the hell is Halo supposed to? I will say that there is a lot of bugs in the game.
That is a good question. Go ahead.
It runs like 15 frames a second in some
it do.
scenes, bro.
I thought it was a problem with my
damn.
screen, but it was the actual game itself was running like
on the X, on the world's most powerful console.
You ain't lying. I don't know if it's the fact that it's poorly optimized or what.
They talked about. They talk about the main issue with Ori is the OG Xbox, really. Like,
I ain't got the OG Xbox,
bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to damage control the issues. I didn't see people.
What problem is it having on the X?
Frame rates. The
frame rate, chugging, freezing. All types of stuff, man. I ain't damage
So
control.
I think how Halo Infinite is supposed to like run on the OG because most people got the OG.
They need to throw these current gen games out the window. It is plain to see.
Right.
Okay.
Motherfuckers is not gonna be able to run this new shit, man. Just get rid of them motherfuckers, man.
Put it like this though, but on the contrary, we got games like Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us looking amazing on the PS4. So I'm just saying we gotta keep that perspective.
Hey, post up. Do you think it's
Don't hurt him, J-Dub. Don't hurt him, man.
I'm gonna accept that.
What you gonna say, Big Money?
What? Wait.
What you say, Big Money? Yeah, Big Money.
Hey, post up. Do you think they rushed it out a little bit? Do you think they rushed that game out? Because I don't think they. God damn!
That game been through like 2 delays, man. That game supposed to come out years ago, bro. Like a year or two ago. They had enough time. I mean, they is a decentralized studio, meaning they don't have a central location. Everybody work from home in different parts of the world, but that's not an excuse. You got the backing of Microsoft that fully funded it and gave you all the time that you needed in order for that game to be where it's at. And if you look at how the last one came out, everybody was kind of predicated on the second one doing the same thing.
Okay. Well, we can take from there. Now, it's using a new engine, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's using this. Shout out to my brother. He's giving me some news here. Ori is 13 frames per second. It is. I noticed. I streamed it today. I'm like, God damn. It dropped down. I won't even say 13. Now, what is it supposed to be running 30 or is it 60?
No, it's supposed to be 60.
It's supposed to be 60.
Yeah, it's a 60 frame. It's a 60 frame size. Even the original Ori that's on the Switch. If you watch Digital Foundry video, they say that's the definitive version of it because it runs and look better on the Switch. It plays better, solid 60 frames a second. So with having the X, right, the world's most powerful console.
60 on the X and 30 on the S, right?
All right, but hold on. It said Ori is 13 frames per second, though, running on the same Halo engine as Halo Infinite. And this goes back to what I was saying again. These old ass consoles. Now, we did a show. That was the last show we did when we was talking about, and I said that Halo didn't wow me, Halo Infinite. It looked like that was running on the Xbox One S. And it's going to be the same thing with Halo goddamn Infinite. They need this all that no console left behind and bro, listen here, man. They do it with them. He say those them Jaguar Core CPUs. This motherfucker having a problem running a 2D side scroller. That's just being realistic. Now I guess this engine is CPU heavy that they're using for
it's that Unity shit. It's how they always have damn Unity game.
No, it's the same one.
Unity.
No, I thought it was just
It's Unreal, I thought.
You talking about Halo. Oh, you talking about Halo, yeah.
I'm talking about Ori and the Blind Force supposed to be using the same engine as Halo, ain't it?
No. That's using Unity. Ori using Unity.
Well, Unity is CPU heavy.
Ori using Unity.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm just saying it's not even 60 frames. Sorry, it's having frame rate issues on the Xbox One X. And that's you know what I mean that's a fucking fact. I was streaming that bitch today. Like no cap, that motherfucker was moving like 2 frames a second across the goddamn screen. You know what I mean?
It really take you out of it. It's jarring, and so there's a lot of games that we play on the Xbox and the PlayStation that they got those scenes where it chugs down or it slows up. You can tell, but
it's a goddamn 2D scraps. Ain't nothing. What I'm saying ain't nothing dramatic going on the screen.
I know what G's saying. G's saying it's not power intensive like that. It's not power.
Yeah, there's nothing about it that should.
Like that, man.
Yeah.
Crazy,
no, that's true.
And I'm like, no cap. I'm not. It may be a great game. What I'm saying is there was not a lot going on the screen. Is it very colorful? Absolutely. But it's not nothing, like how you say, The Last of Us or Gears of War. Like, you know what I mean?
Patience said Unity is a mobile engine meant to run well on cell phones.
So why can't the world's most powerful console run that shit at 200 frames a second?
Hold on, let me see. Man. I don't even know.
If my iPad can run this shit.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Z. Them dads don't give a fuck, yo. Them niggas don't give a fuck.
But I ain't demo controlling that shit because.
Hey, look, it feeds a fear, and that's why at E3 they got to knock it out the park. Even though there's no E3, they got to do a hell of a showcase. It feeds the fear that Xbox has poor management control. You've already delayed this thing twice, and it's still released buggy as shit. What? And this is a 90+ game. So like you can't even bring a 90+ game out and keep it that way.
Look at the poor management at Stadia. Fuck nigga didn't.
Yeah, please. Hey, look. When I my 130, I get 60 frames. For your 500, you get 13 frames. Nigga, please. Stop it.
10.7 teraflops. It can't even run Doom at 4K.
Deflection.
My 10.7 teraflops help me play on the cloud.
You got pro members dropping down to the. You got pro members dropping down to the
wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that because guess what?
To the base model.
They still buying the games, and guess what? They getting 60 frames per second for $130. When y'all can't even get 13 for 500. Next.
What game run 4K 60 on Stadia?
Wolfenstein Youngblood. I'm playing Rage 2 right now. That's 4K 60. Stop it. Yep. Stop it.
Them is not 4K 60. Stop lying.
Hey, bro. Look it up.
Hey, what frame rate is Doom running?
What frame rate? What
frame rate is Doom running?
The same that's on the X for only 130 opposed to 500.
It's running the same resolution.
It's 1880p upscaled to 4K, just like on the X. Just like on the X.
But they promised you paid for 4K though.
Guess how much I paid for the X? I paid $500 for the X. Guess how much? Oh, we know why. Because of parity. Y'all already paying developers off, and now we got to get parity with the Xbox One X. It's okay. That's all right.
$120 invested in no community.
When they delay the Xbox, when they delay the Series X, when they delay the Series X, and I got to upgrade for 130, I'm gonna be okay.
Who you be playing with besides the Stadia soccer
games do you be playing,
Oh man, get out of here! At least I can see the people I'm playing with. You can't even see them. You know who you playing with?
In front of the boss now.
You know who you playing with?
In front of Kratos.
You know who you playing with? Coach, you playing with?
Hold on.
You playing with Dougie Fresh?
Into the scene.
I was agreeing with you earlier on shit, but that don't count. That don't count.
Hey, I gotta pay the bill. Hold on, I gotta pay the bill. Shout out to Analog Circle Podcast. What's good, people? Just stopping by to show my support. Thanks for the great. We really appreciate that, brother. We got Coopman 30 with the $2. Just tuned in and post already damage controlling. Goddamn right. We got Xavier Bay with the $2. Stadia Facts number 20. Stadia Facts number 26. Most games run 4K 60. Shut the fuck up. That's true.
Oh shit!
That is a boss stock account for Stadia. He be on Twitter having Stadia conversations with
Hey, we got Sleepy Lights with the $2. Microsoft not showing up to E3 is because they afraid of PlayStation. Goddamn right.
Hey yo, but like I said, before we switch topic, I can say this though. It is a shame. Like I said, Microsoft does a horrible job at management. I can only imagine what's gonna when they talking about 2 years into the X Series X gets some exclusive and them trying to shoehorn whatever games in them older consoles. And if my Series X is going to suffer, this is going to be a problem. I'm just being honest with you. If again, you know how you say gaming is a very selfish hobby. I'm having issues with it on the world's most powerful goddamn console. And again, you know, it looks okay graphically, I guess, cartoon. You know what Microsoft does, but it's not a lot going on the screen. You know what I mean? Far as why it should be, I see it was a bunch of enemies and explosions, and you got some slowdown. It's just me running across the screen by my damn self with a pretty background. That should be slowing down to like 2 frames. Like, I don't understand that there. You know what I mean? You know? We got another bill here. Bam Bam. It said, post up. How many friends was that iRock Z? Fuck nigga got him.
Oh, shit. Got him.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Shit.
She has forever stayed me with that.
I ain't staying with that.
That wasn't me. I'm light skinned.
Yeah, we posted. He was post was code switching and everything. That ain't me. I'm light skinned. Post was code switching. But moving right along. We had some more stuff come out from Microsoft. Again, I did a video about it earlier, me in post. But we could talk about this right now. If this is the case with Doobie Troll, and again, I got a new panel here. I'm gonna get you guys' opinion. So we're gonna throw multiple. We're gonna throw the Stadia in there. So the Stadia is 10.2 T flops. The Xbox Series X is 12 T flops, and they were saying something about what the tweet they put up. I mean the article. The Xbox Series X features the most complex SoC for a gaming console ever. Multiple CPU clusters with ARM and x86 cores. Rumor, but neither here nor there. So the Xbox Series X 12, the Stadia is 10. Now, what if the PlayStation 5 is still 9.2 and they're having the weaker console of the 3? Does it matter? Will it matter? Will it end up hurting Sony in the long run? Or is it down to pricing for you guys here?
Did it hurt them this generation while having the weakest console?
Well, they had the most powerful console when it came out.
No, I'm saying after the X came out, has it hurt them one bit?
Oh, you talking about the mid-gen refreshes? No.
Yeah, it hadn't hurt them one bit, right? They're still selling like hotcakes. I think you know for sure that the Pro is constantly sold out. At the end of the day, I don't think it's going to matter much in the grand scheme of things. I think the hardcore will buy both. They're going to buy a PS5 and they're going to buy a Series X. But I don't think there's anybody that's going to say, well, I'm going to buy a Series X because it's 12 T flops and the PS5 is 9 T flops, because that's been dead at this generation. I think, you know, we've seen a ton of games that look substantially better on 4.2 T flops than they did 6 T flops, or in some cases 1.8 T flops than 6 T flops. So, and then you got to look at the Switch, right? You got games like The Witcher and even Ori and the Blind Forest. It comes out looking good, running good, and people don't care. They want to play on that particular platform. So it just depends. I think it goes back to this. At E3, Microsoft has to show a substantial difference of playing on 12 T flops on the Series X versus the competition. If they don't, that's a wrap. If they don't, just like the X, if they don't show you any substantial, you can only do this on this. If they don't just go balls to the walls with the graphics and just showing you, that's a wrap, bro. Because you better believe it. Sony is going to come out there showing, some of their games, maybe even some remasters like The Last of Us or Ghost of Tsushima running on PS5, and that's just going to look phenomenal, and it's going to be a system seller.
And you know what? We're not definite on what that Hellblade thing, because I'm divided on if they're gameplay or not.
In-game engine,
but
it was in-game engine.
If they can get their games, if they can get like 2 or 3 of they, like, not that what's going on with Halo. I know it might not look good to you. It looked all right to me. I'm not saying it was next gen looking, because it's not looking like next gen. But if they can get some of their games to look like that, what they show at that thing, man, I don't know. And I'm not saying it's gonna be a big difference. It's not going to be a big difference, not in the grand, like you said, not in the grand thing, but towards bragging rights. And I said it again. I am the 999 nigga, and I want to say that, and I don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. I want to say that. If I can't say that, it's a problem. Mm-hmm. It's a motherfucking problem to me. I think it's gonna be good against the hardcore, like what we be doing, how we go at it, how we have fun on here. It's gonna mean something to us, but like you said, in the grand scheme of things, far as people just going out and getting those consoles, it's not gonna mean not too much, just to people like us.
Well, let me pay this bill right quick. My brother Xavier Bay, but the X still outselling the Pro.
Why you keep running with that? That's never been the case. Like, come on, man. What are you doing?
I refuse to comment on that one.
Give it to him. Who cares? No, who cares?
I refuse. You said give it to him.
I don't even care. Let's not even correct that.
The X is outselling Stadia, so. You know.
Shit. Yeah.
All right, it's okay. It's
okay.
Okay.
That's a low bar. That's
okay, that's not. Yeah, exactly. Come on, man.
So my man, my big money is.
I can admit that.
Basically saying right.
I'm gonna leave Moss alone, man. That's my
what you say? What you say?
Shout out.
No, I was gonna say to you. Go ahead, J-Dub.
I was just gonna say shout out to King Thrash. He said that man paid for that lie.
Oh shit.
I was saying, Z, you rather if you get a 9.2 teraflop PS5, right, as opposed to a 12 X series, and a game is not fully optimized. Would you rather play on a 9.2 teraflop PS5 than a not optimized game on a 12 Series X? You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be bugged out for niggas to be doing that shit. Like
we assuming here.
Well, let's hear his theory. Let's hear his theory. You said would I rather play on what a
9.2 9 teraflop PS5 than a X Series X that's went on 12, like a game like you just played on a Series X that's not running Ori fully optimized like that, running, chugging and shit. That's gonna be crazy for niggas to pay that much money for it. Again, that's chugging like that, yo.
Look, the Xbox One X, even for third party, suffered a lot of where they could have done better with the resolution and they didn't for parity with the PlayStation. Why? Because the PlayStation was the better selling console. You know what I'm saying? Now, me and Post Up was just joking around about Doom on Stadia, but that's what's going on with Stadia. So you people are going to go with the most selling console. So if Xbox don't get enough mind share, you're not going to see this big ass gap in even third party games. If PlayStation is the best selling console.
We're talking about Ori. No, but we're not talking about third party.
We're just talking about, but first party games and third party games, you're not gonna see it. You're just not, unless Xbox get a lot of people behind their console and they're like, oh, okay, well, it makes sense for us to like Post Up says, make this box sing.
Look, the only thing that's going to sell, the only thing that's going to sell the X Series X are the first party exclusives for that game, not third party. Third party's not going to sell it because just like this generation, it's just gonna they're both going to run the same. Sony has the biggest market share, right? They have the biggest amount of people. So those third-party developers, just like they did this generation, are going to cater to that base. That's just what that is. And I know people say, hold on. I know people say, well, next generation, you starting back over. No, you're not. You're not starting back over.
Yeah.
When you have 109 million people with the console, and you got another installed fan base with 45 to 50 million, there's that's twice probability that these people that move on to the next gen, you have more people in that pool than the smaller. That's just the math of the thing.
Why disagree, Why?
I disagree. We got to stop thinking just exclusive sales systems.
Oh wow!
And it's not just exclusive. It's not just exclusive. People.
Especially then posting. Why would people even buy the fucking console?
Can I answer the question? Fuck nigga.
Oh.
Most casual gamers don't give a fuck about exclusives. Most casual gamers worry about NBA 2K and they worry about Madden. And guess what? They gonna play where they friends at. Yeah. So if they friends on the Xbox, they gonna have an Xbox. If they friends on the PlayStation, they're gonna have a PlayStation. I mean, we don't know.
You're right. That's why we don't know PlayStation.
We don't know Sony backwards. We don't know Sony's
You just prove my case, Post.
Look, we don't know if we said the same thing about the 360 coming into this generation. Who knew that a fan base from the 360 who had all them 360 games would just drop all that shit and move over to the PS4
because the Xbox One was dog shit.
And set up a whole new library.
TV.
Look,
do you think the PS5 is going to just be complete dog shit?
No, I'm not saying. What I'm saying is, like Z said, that 100 million, it's not all PS fanatics. And PlayStation fans got to stop trumpeting that number out there, as if all 120 million are hardcore fanatics, and they're not.
I was at 50.
It's
50-50.
And their decisions, when it comes to the hardcore, their decisions will be based on whatever Microsoft and Sony outline for their next system. We don't know what these systems going to be doing. We don't know no interface, OS features, games, or none of that. And
the casual don't buy
based on that.
For all of that stuff. They don't you already said all the stuff that you're saying, right? All the stuff that Microsoft and Sony are going to tout about the power and all the features. That stuff is for the hardcore. It's not for the casual. The casual don't care. You didn't already say that. So
I'm just saying, don't assume though.
This generation, the casuals decided that PlayStation was the place to be, and there is nothing that Microsoft has did thus far this generation, or even recently, that is going to change that.
And guess what, Kratos? Microsoft put that in the gamer's head. Microsoft fucking up, said, look, we fucked up, going over there to PlayStation. And that's what everybody did. They said, we don't have our messaging right, our system is fucked up, is underpowered, all this shit. Yeah, we just gonna usher y'all over there to PlayStation. And
let me play the bills right quick. El Matador 809. He said Xbox.
Sugarcoat it, Kratos.
Yo, Xbox Live is down again. Damn. Hold up. Is Xbox Live is down again? I'm trying to play this shit. Okay, well here's the thing, right?
Dog shit. Yeah.
Now, like I said, I mean, let's say play the devil's advocate. Look at the glasses being half empty or half full, right? At the start of the generation 0-0, right? Both these goddamn consoles gonna be, I'd say, $500, and a minimum $500 goddamn dollars, right? Either way you see it, either way you split it down the middle, say $500, right? Of course, your diehard PlayStation or Xbox guys are going out and get that shit day one. I've been saying for the longest, the casuals, how you said, the 99, they're not going to most likely get these consoles until they are forced to, when they can't get their duties, their Maddens, this, that, and and they drop down to about $300. Oh, they can still play their duty, but here's the thing. Now, shit, this is the big what if, and I'm hoping just for the game. What if Microsoft comes out this motherfucking E3, right? And again, if Hellblade, what you call that shit? Was it Hellblade 2, whatever? It's just a glimpse of what they should. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker's beautiful. You know what I mean? Or what the console can do.
Good CGI trailer. Yeah,
you know what I mean? What the console can do. Better than I ain't gonna lie. Better than that. You know that shit they be putting out. The Sea of Thieves, the Recalls, this art style graphics. You know what I mean? Boom, 12 goddamn T-flops. Now we see, what's the Playground Games? They're working on 3 games. Horizon, supposed to be Fable, and this post-apocalyptic thing, how you say they stole Sony's template. 3 goddamn games, right?
A Beast and C Team.
Yeah, whatever the fuck the case may be. I'm just saying, but again, it's all up to Microsoft, and I told you, I'm not in it to making excuses for no goddamn billion of nobody across the way, right? They come out and they say if they have their ducks in a row, right? Because or what if the multiplats look ahead and above the shoulders of what's on the rival platform? Because that's what sold the PlayStation in the beginning of this generation. They had the better version of the multiplats. How you say they called it the definitive version, 1080p. Now, what if Microsoft? Now, I understand. I don't think traditionally Sony or both Sony tends to start off slow and then pick up steam. I don't think nobody's going to have no big bangers there. At the start of it. Well, Microsoft will have Halo, but it's a cross-generation title. You know what I mean? They're not going to have any exclusive for at least 2 years. What if that is a deciding factor? You know what I mean? Because listen, motherfuckers is fickle. Motherfuckers, how you say, flip-flop candy. Look, my man, 1 minute, my man, crap, an Xbox fan. Next minute, a PlayStation fan. You never know what the fuck going on in here, man. Yeah, motherfucker wear many hats. Yeah, so I said it. So what if that is a deciding factor? And they then, again, because for what they're saying, Sony is trying to go with some, I won't say gimmick, but something else besides the power to go along with their console. What? I don't know. Maybe a social media aspect. They talking about adding a screen to the console. You know what I mean? Maybe make that seamlessly with some emojis. I don't fucking know. What if it's in a gimmick that may take off on them? I don't fucking know right now. But from what it's looking, unless the Pro or whatever, the PS5 Pro is correct, I don't know what I mean. But do you think that giving your biggest competitor that much of an advantage in the power department is not detrimental at launch?
No, I don't think it is for. I don't think it is for Sony. I think Microsoft, on the other hand, they are already in a different. Here's the thing, Z. Right? Not both of them are equal. You see what I'm saying? Sony has the mind share. They've delivered on their platform without having a shitload of power. They didn't need the big T flops and all because they delivered on their games and their messaging. So if Microsoft can deliver on their messaging in their games, I think it'll be a fair fight. But just to say this one has a 3 teraflop advantage, I don't think that's gonna be enough to sway anybody, and I don't think it's gonna cut the mustard. Now, here's the thing: we know Microsoft got a shitload of studios and games coming, right?
Absolutely.
But we have yet to see from any of these games or these studios what the hell they're doing, how they look. We could get 15 of those studios could be putting out the damn Honey, I Shrunk the Kid type games, right? For Game Pass. That's what they could. We just don't know. We hope and pray that we get some high-end Sony quality type games out of them studios. We really do. I pray and hope they do, but we just don't know. Outside of Halo, Forza, we heard they rumors working on Fable, but other than that, I mean, we can always just hope and pray for the best. We could get some State of Decay type shit. We could get, a Honey, I Shrunk the Kid or something like that. We just don't know, and I don't think 3 T-flops. There is a such thing, and Mark Cerny said it, right, when it comes to 4K 60. There is a thing called diminishing returns.
Yes, sir.
And so you spending all this money, you throwing all these, but at what cost? At what cost? Is it just for more money, or can you actually put that power to use? Now, we know Sony's proven to put the power to use, and Microsoft hasn't been proven yet to put the power to use.
But what J-Dub is talking to, the first party, I'm going to back it up with the third party. Let me ask you this, Z. Okay. Even if Microsoft knocks it out of the park,
okay,
who do you think the first year or two is going to sell the most consoles?
That's a wrap. You already know.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. It comes down to the hardcore, right?
Yeah,
and who they can sway. And like I said, I'm just being honest. There's not 110, 15 million PlayStation fans. Like, I mean, they'll maybe say 40 million die hard. The rest of them don't care how they consume their media. It's whatever, right? And that's been proven with the 360, right? Let's be honest with you. We're gonna call a ball a strike. Let me pay this bill right quick, first of all. JD Gamer, shout out to you. First time I'm seeing you in my chat. He said, gamers are fickle customers. They will always go wherever the games they want to play are. Period. And that's the key. Microsoft had bought 15 studios and is on the hunt for more, and they're making games. That I'm not negating. Hold my brother AP the Shooter. You bots got the best car, Xbox Series X, and y'all still some offies. Games like Sea of Z's, and while y'all get no buns, corny ass niggas, or he's better than Gears. Now check it out, right? I want to get my man J Love. My man J Love was a fanatic. He was here talking crazy. He wanted to fight me last time he was on the show. Maybe calm down, right? Somebody had a great 410K. I heard all types of shit come out of J Love mic, right? I got a 410K, right? Check this shit out now, right? Now, this is what I'm saying. I'm going to play the devil's advocate, right? Post he must not feel like damage control. I got to full avoid the bot right now today, right? People here for a goddamn show. Now, I hear what you're saying, Moss. But when both these consoles started off this generation, right? No one really questioned Microsoft games, right? Yep. Sony didn't fully show their hand until 2016. When you saw the Gears, you saw the Spider-Man, you saw the Last of Us, you saw Horizon Zero Dawn. That's when they flexed their muscle. The generation that started in 2013, Sony, again, so what was selling the PlayStation was having the better version of the multi-plats. Am I right or am I wrong? And a more powerful console. So that's what they banked on for the first 3 years. Even Sony head honchos came out and said they shit was sparse, right? Man, they said man, so again, starting at the start of this generation, right? World, we had one console that was $100 more and was weaker, which caught Microsoft off guard because now you had console gamers and they're arguing about resolution. 720p. I'm paying $400 for a 720p box. You know the rest was fucking history, right? Now, Again, so I'm just saying now, presumably Microsoft still had the Call of Duty. That's just what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm not gonna put the tinfoil hat on because Sony. I'm sorry, Activision didn't get Call of Duty for the PlayStation, and Microsoft had the marketing deal. That bitch was 1080p on the PlayStation 4. This one both consoles was 0-0. Ain't nobody had was the market leader, right? The PlayStation version was 1080p. And Microsoft, who had the marketing deal, was still head honcho in North America. They shit was 720p. So I'm not gonna put the tinfoil head on and say they're gonna get one version for the other. Like it is what it is. And Microsoft would be a goddamn fool that come out there with this $1 billion goddamn investment or whatever the fuck and allow someone to go out there and do that to their product for whatever reason, right? No, so I'm not going to play it for them. I'm not going to play it for Sony, right? But what I'm saying, like, resolution is one thing. What if one looks better? How you say better graphically, as far as quote unquote the multiplats, right? Because I gave J Love an example last week or whenever he's on the show. You can be playing, you say NBA 2K whatever on the Switch. Both maybe 1080p 60. Which one looks better? It's gonna look better graphically on your quote unquote on your PS4 than it is on your Switch, even though they both run in the same resolution, right? Because resolution just give you a sharper edge. We're talking about graphics. What if one looks better graphically, right? Now I'm playing the devil's advocate here, right? Because again, 9 to 12, that is a big fuck. I mean, that's a lot of goddamn, how you said, a lot of muscle in the hot dog. And it's ultimately up to what Microsoft, what they do with them. But again, ain't nobody gonna have no big bangers there at the start of the launch, right? You might get a Killzone 4 or whatever the fuck the case may be. But, maybe 2-3 years once the install base picks up, you know what I mean? I don't see Sony coming out there dropping, Spider-Man, whatever the hell, day one on the front of the goddamn console. Because, again, the casuals who buy the bulk of these motherfuckers ain't going there dropping no $5 on no goddamn console. Especially when they can get Call of Duty or whatever the hell on older, hardware.
Yeah.
That's all that I'm saying. Let me put these bills right quick. Yeah. My man Cracks a damn day. Shut up, Cracks. He said, whoever is cheaper and as long as it looks good, that's who's selling the most. Oh, yeah, one. Consoles usually sell after price drops and Gen gets left behind. Good point. You know what I mean? I just said it's a good point. Until they get their, their price. Because believe it or not, even throughout all the rhetoric, the 1080p, the 720, they were still, especially in the state, they still was like kind of like here and here. Because Microsoft was still winning some MPDs. It wasn't until, again, that E3 2016, that price cut, that Sony just fucking really started to stretch their goddamn legs when they came out and had that goddamn E3. And they say, oh, shit, you know what I mean? That's when they really started to fucking pull ahead,
I think the Series X is gonna cost more than it's gonna be like 600, yo. 12 teraflops, you doubling what the X got? That's gonna be 600, man. That's crazy. It's gonna double the fucking price, man.
Well, okay.
And to add to that, Jay, all right, so Z's compare what happened at the beginning of this gen, but I think it's more relevant to what happened at the mid-gen refresh, where you had Xbox that had the powerful console that was a threat to Sony. Sony later admitted after they done put their foot on their neck and felt they were comfortable that the X was a threat to them, right? What did we see PlayStation do? PlayStation aggressively went after marketing deals for games,
yes, sir.
So they couldn't show them on the stage, yes, right? Sir. And they showed them on their stage, and yes, people was like, ooh, that shit looked good enough on PlayStation. Yes, I'm getting that. So yes, unless Microsoft follows the power with aggressive marketing and do shit that they said they wasn't willing to do, that's my point. It ain't gonna matter. Them T-flops ain't gonna matter.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
But Z, you said they're not buying the 9.2 if it's under par, right?
Who said they're not buying?
No, I'm saying you wouldn't buy it.
I'm gonna own every console, bro. I ain't buying no fucking Switch. I'm on the PlayStation. God of War's my favorite game. I ain't say that.
All right.
Oh, I'm own every brother. I'm a gamer, brother. I own every guy. I'm a multi-console owner. I don't get caught up in. Hold on. Shout out to my man D.R. Martin Spartan God. Y'all saw Uncharted 4 on 1.8 T-flops. Absolutely. Let me pay some more bills here. He said, Craft said whoever's cheaper. Okay. I'll read it again. That's my man Crash from Dave. He said, whoever is the cheaper, and as long as it look good, that's who's selling the most. First year console usually sell after the price drop, and Jen gets left behind. Good point. My man JD Gamer, shout out to you again. Stop with the honey I shrunk the fuck niggas. Nonsense. Xbox has Hellblade, and they've shown Outer Worlds 2, Ori 3, Fable from Playground. Forza is better than Gran Turismo, and an unknown game from the initial Microsoft games will be fine. We're gonna come to that in a minute. Hold on, I'm shout out to my brother Sony Prophet. Hit me slap with a dose of reality. Wake up, fuck nigga. Z is over. No exclusive doesn't sell worldwide, and Game Pass is going to be quick work. Let's be LOL. Let's be honest. Hold up, and let me sure I got everybody right, brother. Again, I gotta play devil's advocate, right? My motherfucking bots are incoherent. They get beat up every goddamn show with the motherfucking facts, right? I'm just trying to keep this shit entertainment, right? Now, without Void, my guy, I won't say look at the camera. Xbox is dog shit, and Sony's the king of the dog, and Kittle's the one true god. Now, with that being said, right? Now, what I'm saying is this: I hear you, Moles. You're right, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not into making quote unquote excuses for no $1 billion company. Why do they allow Sony to keep going out there and out hustling? You're right. Get the big multi-platform, especially. That's why I don't understand this, right? Especially when you don't have any quote unquote software, right, to showcase your console. You wait till year 2017 to get Gears 5, right? Even though it's Gears of Force and Halo, but Gears looks amazing. If you have an X, just looks graphically, looks. I mean, whether you like Gears, I give credit where credit is due, right? We're talking about 2 years after the come, but you let Sony get all the big multiplats, right? Now maybe whatever they locked in with Destiny, how many years? Active Duty they locked in with how many years? But they went out that bitch and got Red Dead Redemption. They got all of the fucking the big games, and they can't listen. Now I know they got the guy they had back from the 360. They just hired him back again. I think he went to Netflix. You know what I mean? They hired him back again, right? They have to again go out that motherfucker and say be the behemoth they are. And well, check it out, right? Is me being a gamer, fuck an Xbox fan. That's great for goddamn gaming. You know what that's gonna do? It's gonna make Sony get on their goddamn A game.
Yep.
Gaming is at its best when they out there loud me for our goddamn dollars, and I'm just sitting here, motherfucker, this is like a kid in a goddamn candy store. You know what I mean? But it's up to them. They have to do it. You know what I mean? Like trust me. My days a month, I done sold enough DirectX 12. It's like motherfucker selling sand on the beach, the power of the cloud. You ain't gonna hear that. Listen, I'm going for it. I'm gonna call them up. Regardless, I'm gonna call the ball, strike. Outside the jokes and the giggles, I ain't the captain for none of these motherfuckers. I'm gonna call them as it is. And if they call that motherfucker, release all that goddamn, and don't have nothing to show for it, it's a fucking wait. I'm looking at these motherfuckers like they retarded. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know what I mean?
We sitting up here like we're talking about. I know all the Sony guys saying like we're gonna crush Microsoft. We know we're gonna crush Microsoft, but we got to think about it for a minute. Like, damn, we don't want to keep on crushing these motherfuckers out of existence because we ain't gonna have no competition, and when there ain't no competition,
hey, hold on,
Sony ain't gonna do shit.
Bro, what are you talking about? You want a company to do the best they can. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. That's Microsoft's fucking job. Wait. That's Microsoft's job to compete against Sony. If they don't choke
his ass out.
If they don't feel like it, that's their goddamn fault. You know what I'm saying? We can't, as gamers, we can't sit around and say, "Well, no, Sony, just hold back. Don't go too hard on them."
No, I'm not saying that ain't what I said.
Don't use all your strips, Sony.
That ain't what I said.
What is you saying?
You got Amazon. You got.
I say, do you want them to crush you so bad at an existence, but they're not there no more? I'm not saying that I won't. You listening to me, J-Dub? I think it's something wrong with the communication.
Nigga, slow. Yo, he said that fuck nigga slow.
Pony violence.
He said you gotta There is nothing that gamers can say or do that's going to make Microsoft compete harder against Sony, right? There's nothing you can say or do. You spoke with your wallets. You didn't buy this shit. You said, look, I want games. They hadn't delivered the game, so
they didn't buy it. He bought it.
I'm just saying. Come on, bro. It's only fucking.
So in other words, you just want Sony out there with no competition, and then they get low. Then they get
lazy competition.
I want Sony to keep doing what they fucking doing. That's giving me big blockbuster.
That's what I just said.
Listen, I don't want them to sandbag just because Microsoft ain't doing what they need to do. That's Microsoft fucking
Who
fault.
said something about sandbagging? Where's you getting this shit from, Data?
All right, hold on. Let me pay the bill. Hold up.
Who said something
We got
about
hella bill. Hold on,
sandbagging,
y'all.
Data?
You need to talk to Microsoft about that, bro.
Hold me pay the
We
bills
got
right quick.
hella
Ding, ding, ding. Hold me pay the bills. Coop Man 30, my brother. Z, I get it when you say hardcore gamers dictate the console sales, but there are casual guys out there that only buy PlayStation, that only play Madden and 2K. PlayStation will always be the highest seller. Let me see. All right. Listen, shut up, my brother. With that same notion and logic, right? It applies that you got some casual guys that only buy Xbox. That goes both ways. You know what I mean? But like I said, even with that, and I'll give you an example, right? Even with that, and we say casual guys that only buy one or prefer one, it's not an issue, right? It may even come down. It might even come down to the controller or interface preference, or again when your friends are, and again may not buy no exclusives because the average gamer buys about 4 to 5 titles a year. I'm sorry, and they are the duties, the Maddens, the 2Ks, FIFAs, and shit like that, right? You're absolutely right. But there are again casual gamers, more than more. Don't don't care how they consume their data, their media, right? I always give you the example with my grandson who plays Fortnite on his PlayStation. I can remove that PlayStation today and give him Fortnite on the Xbox or on the Fire Stick. He wouldn't give two fucks. He don't give a fuck where he plays Roblox at. You know what I mean? That would never play a God of War. That would never play a Spider-Man. That would never play a Last of Us. You know what I mean? Just, or what's this new goddamn game phenomenal? Call of Duty Warzone. You know what I mean? That won't never.
Fire.
It is fire. Will never play any of those goddamn great games. You know what I mean? And again, don't like it all comes down to, like I said, I'm gonna say this again, and I'm gonna put this bill. It's up to Microsoft. You know what I mean? They got to listen. If they listen, and to asking J Love, if the motherfucker's $600, I ain't got a problem with that. If that motherfucker out there looking and performing, looking like a $600 guy, listen. I'm gonna say this again. The Xbox One X is a hell of a goddamn console. All for what they can do. The Dolby Vision, if you into all that shit, and multi-plat box, it looks amazing. The HDR pops, but they didn't support the motherfucker like they were supposed to for whatever reason. That's on them. And again, I'm not into making excuses for no $1 trillion goddamn company. My brother JD Gamer, shout out to him first. I'm seeing him around in the chat. Stop with the PS will sell the most console argument next gen. You lose that. You lose your argument. You lose because of xCloud. Oh my God! Oh, I like this. We got a bot here. Let me read this shit again.
Oh shit!
He said, "Stop it with that PS will sell condescending bullshit." Most console argument. Next gen, you lose that your argument. You lose because of xCloud and the fact that Sony itself said console sales aren't important. Platforms. He said they count on users numbers or something. Sony problem. People are downplaying this. No gamer left. That 1.4 T-flop is going to cause huge problems. Now, according to them, the X will have fucking exclusives in 2 years. Like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm holding them to that. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie. I like what I seen with Hellblade. That's just a glimpse into the future. I'm fucking sold. My man Top Dog, he said the PlayStation brand name is too powerful, see? Punk bitch. The PS3 still outsold the 360.
Damn.
The 360 2K. Okay, you're right. The PS3, whatever they name, I don't. They both were neck and neck, right? But Microsoft here in the biggest market outsold Sony then like 3-1, and sold more software. You know what I mean? You're absolutely right. It's out in more regions, more market. It was the cheapest Blu-ray player on the market at the time. That was the initial bulk of the sales for the PlayStation. But when it comes down to, when you look at even the software sales, the attachment rate was crazy for the 360. You know what I mean? And I ain't counting no $1. I ain't counting nobody's money. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I mean? Is Sony out in more regions? Absolutely. You know what I mean? But even with Sony having the bigger name, who sold the bulk of the software last generation? That's why I said it's nothing like, I'm just being real. Who could have predicted 360 turning out the way that they did? Like I said, I give Sony all the praise. Like, to me, this generation was their greatest generation ever. I've owned every PlayStation. Why do I say that? A, because these motherfuckers, they had the government didn't back them. They fucking, what do you call it? Their stock was, what's it? Nielsen said it was junk. And these motherfuckers went down there and double bet on them goddamn self. You know what I mean? God of War, Horizon. They would, had their backs against the wall. Not only did they continue to put out AAA exclusive, they did second party deals with little games like Niho or this, you know what I mean? And they still did game, and guess what? Still did theme console, still did exclusive third party marketing and deals. You know what I mean? I give them all the kudos and respect. Microsoft, for whatever goddamn turned it into some motherfucking blow tissues. Stevie! Delicious. For those who might know what I'm talking about, I don't know what the fuck they was doing, bro. You know what I mean? He was with an old plain cookies in a plastic bag and crushed by buildings. And you know what I mean? But anyway, so
Todd Johnson.
Yeah, you know what I mean? What's fucking with real story? His father, I seen his father too. His father lives over there in Small World. His father, his biological father, LL Cool J, lives over there in them goddamn projects. Stephen Crane Village. I see him sometime when I go to the drugstore over that way in North North. His father he looks like a brown skin version of him. I didn't believe him at first, and he showed me his baby pictures, and they was hugged up together in high school. That's his damn dad. Lives in North. Fuck it. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You know what I mean? So back to the brand that Sony have overall global. Yes, they do. You know what I mean? But that's why I give Microsoft all the credit. I'm gonna let you guys talk. With all the credit with the 360, because they got stomped the fuck out by the PlayStation 2, right? They came out that motherfucker, the follower generation, through the red ring of death, was hungry. Did great marketing, great third and second party. You gotta remember this. Gears of War was a second party and third party deal. You know what I mean? So before they just bought the franchise this generation. That was a second and third party deal. Fable was a second and third party, so they bought the goddamn IP. They did, Ninja Gaiden 2 and Dead or Alive, Oblivion, Skyrim, all them goddamn games they had. You know what I mean? Mass Effect, Two Human, Blue Dragon, 99 Nights. All these fucking games that they had were exclusive, between, them studios. I mean, they have to, again, go back to doing what they did then. You know what I mean? Just be realistic, you know what I mean? Because no one was thinking about Microsoft software until 2016. They just stopped putting out AAA games for whatever reason. What you about to say, brother?
No, I was about to say, why do we hold Sony accountable for Microsoft flaws? Like, Microsoft is fucking up.
Exactly.
Like,
Why hold who?
Why do we hold Sony accountable for Microsoft?
What do you mean?
Fuck up? Like,
he's talking about big money.
Yeah, like you got dudes talking
about. Nigga, if you let me talk, J-Dub, maybe you'll let me finish my sentence.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Okay, wait, hold on.
Let me finish my parable.
Hold on. Let me finish last
bit. Look, no. Check this out, Z. Let me say this. What I was getting to.
No, you got the floor. I gotta finish last bit. You got the floor. JD Gamer, the console with the most first party exclusives have never won a generation. It's always been out of third party game. So who gets them now? I don't really agree with that because the Wii one, the Wii one,
fucking been kicking ass.
Yeah, and they got a bunch of.
You be quiet and let somebody talk, guys.
JD Gamer said, he said all Microsoft had to do is back the money truck up and it's over. That's what they did with the 360. Good point, Jen. That shocks Sony with the loss of the third party and exclusive. And my brother Hollow Monk 17. Hey, Hollow Monk, I got to send you the link to the private Discord. A long-time supporter. He said Dreams, Neo 2, Final Fantasy 7, The Last of Us 2, GOT. I guess what that stands for. GOT is what?
Ghost.
Oh, Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, Iron Man. Y'all gonna get with it? Iron Man bullshit. Niche. Iron Man. Lost Souls, a side project. Awakening. Demon Souls. God of War 2. There is consequence to killing a god. My man. How do you know? Spider-Man 2. Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Days Gone 2. Great Awakes, motherfucker. Let me read that again. That was a deep one right there, man. Shout out to my man Hollow Mo. He said, for the 200 second. He said, Dreams. Neo 2. I want to get Neo 2. I got $30. I need to hustle $30 more on Twitch. I'm going to buy it. And I'm going to stream it. Neo 2. I'm fucked up, man. Neo 2. Final Fantasy 7 remake. Which I am getting that. That should shock me. It surprised me. I do like it. The Last of Us 2. Ghost of Tsushima looks interesting. Iron Man. I don't know, but I have yet to try VR, but shout out to Iron Man. Lost Soul, a side project. I don't know what that is. Awakening. I don't know what that is. Demon Souls remastered. Demon Souls. I mean, what is that? Is that exclusive? Is that what? I mean, that's motherfucking multi-platter, whatever. But anyway,
it's a remake of Dark. It was the first Dark Souls before Dark Souls.
Okay. And God of War 2 for next generation. So you're right. And listen, here's the thing though. I love your list, right? But everything in your list you just named, besides maybe outside of Spider-Man 2, It's for the hardcore. The casual Joe Smo, us here, we all about that shit right there. How you say the 99 and not the one? The one ain't gonna give a fuck about none of that shit right there. They ain't gonna buy none of that shit, the one. I'm sorry, the 99, I'm sorry. The one is gonna buy it, but not the 99.
Spider-Man.
You know what I mean? Maybe outside of Spider-Man with great marketing. You know what I mean? That's the largest goddamn character in the world. You know what I mean? That's Mickey and Mario or whatever the fuck. Spider-Man, right? But everything you're saying, right, is speaks volumes to the motherfucking hardcore gamer that's gonna go out there bitch and spend $500 winning line midnight. You're absolutely right. But you know what made the 360 so great? Real talk, because they had great marketing, and great fucking bundles and third party deals, which they totally went away from this generation. That's why I keep saying it. You know what I mean? And it's everything. What sold the PlayStation so well? But believe it or not, it wasn't God of War. It wasn't the last this, that, and the other. It was the great marketing and the third-party deal with those multiplats. Look, Microsoft had what they said their greatest lineup ever. They had the Halo, the Tomb Raider, everything in 2015. What did Sony have? It proves my point, right? Sony had the motherfucking Star Wars goddamn theme console with the motherfucking Dark Vader on the guy, whatever fuck the first one. And I won money on. I told crapping them that was going to outsell everything. And what did it do? It did. Sony was very aggressive with third party and marketing. That's what it all came down. Like I said, Microsoft had the greatest game of the lineup in history, right? And to be fair, right? We're going to call a spade here, right? Halo is $1 billion franchise. You'll see what I mean by this. Halo is $1 billion franchise. Whether I like it or not, I'm not a Halo. I think Halo is dog shit, right? $1 billion franchise. Uncharted's huge. The Last of Us huge. God of War is huge. Ain't none of them shit's $1 billion franchises. And you know what? Then none of that shit matter when it came down to that big ass multiplat. And they had the Destiny fucking theme stuff and the Destiny exclusive content. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing bigger than that shit. Ain't nothing gonna be more bigger than that. You know what I mean? So that's what's going. That's what it's gonna boil down to at the start of the next. Who's gonna get the big multiplat? Who's gonna get exclusive content for their boxes and shit like that? Because I'm gonna be real. I think everybody fucking exclusive is gonna be subpar. That's just my opinion. Now, Big Money.
I disagree. Wow.
Okay, I got you, Vaughn. What you have to say to that, Big Money?
Yeah. No. I was just saying, like, what I was trying to say, like, every time when you get to the middle of what you're trying to explain, somebody will jump in, then you'll never know what the fuck that person was trying to say.
I know they cut you off.
What I was trying to say to you, J-Dub, and everybody, is that I don't want Sony just to be out there by themselves because it has when they have no competition, that's when you get lazy. I didn't say that I wanted Sony to stop doing what they doing. I don't want them to be out there where they feel like they ain't got no competition. And
shit!
That's when they get lazy.
Let me get the floor after Money speaks.
Well, no, you got the floor. Get fuck, nigga. Yeah. Who you want to fight now?
Hold on, no. Check this out.
See, we checking out.
Let me debunk what Big Money's saying.
You gonna debunk it?
I'm gonna debunk it.
Oh shit, this nigga using big words.
First of all, we gotta go with did the PS1 fail you, Big Money? Did the PS1 fail you?
No, the PS4 didn't fail me. No.
Okay, now did it have any competition?
PS1.
No, not this generation.
104 million to whatever the Nintendo sold, which is
correction,
102 million, right?
Okay.
Now let's go to the PS2. Did the PS2 fail you, Big Money, and didn't have no competition? Did it disappoint you?
No. Why did you skip the PS3?
Oh yeah.
No, he was started at the PS1. Now talking about PS2.
Yeah. Where was that PS3?
Okay,
that shit a lot of motherfuckers.
He hasn't got to it yet. Started with the PS4, didn't he?
Yeah,
he started about the PS1.
I said the PS1. I said the PS1.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't fail. Go ahead. No.
Did the PS2 fail you? Did it disappoint you?
I didn't disappoint, but it had competition. It had competition.
159 million consoles compared to 24 million Xbox. That's
25.
not competition. That's an obliteration.
Well, now PlayStation been on the market way before Xbox. But you gotta understand the PS2.
Let me say this to you, Big Money, and I'm gonna go to the next gen. I'm gonna go to the next gen. First of all, when that PS2 came out and the Xbox came out, all right, Xbox was the newcomer, so you would think it would come out and hit the floor running. It did not come out and hit the floor running. like the PS1 did. So if you're talking about competition, what you see, and that's why I was talking to Next Gen about y'all don't want Xbox to go out. Y'all don't want it to fade out. Y'all don't want it to go away. But it's gonna go that way if it has to. Inevitably, it's gonna go. PlayStation has nothing to do with Xbox. Xbox has nothing to do with PlayStation. That's just how it is, man. Y'all can save it all y'all want. Y'all can buy it 100 million times. Y'all try to buy the shit, but it's nothing to do.
Okay, J Love, why did you stop at PlayStation 2? Why did you stop at PlayStation 2? Why you stop there?
I'm about to go.
This nigga janky as hell.
Go ahead.
Why are you bringing up the past,
Go
big
ahead.
Okay. Now the PS3. The PS3 failure.
Go ahead.
The PS3 failure? No. Did it?
Now, J-Dub, I thought we was keeping this shit real now. God damn it, don't start
What did I tell you?
First of all, the
PS3 failed me like a motherfucker.
Okay, listen. The PS3 didn't have no red ring of death. The 360 did. So we don't know what the 360
PS3 had a yellow. The PS3 had the yellow light down.
Listen, keep it real. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. PS3 had a yellow light of death.
Yeah, the yellow
light of death.
Yeah, the yellow light of death. Yeah.
That ain't the only light it had.
Hold on, but the failure rate was not.
Oh no, it's not. It
wasn't at 56% like it was at the
Yeah. But also too though, if you're, I'm gonna be fair. Not to cut you off. Microsoft replaced that console for you for free. If your shit got the red ring of death,
Sony didn't.
Yeah, the Microsoft.
I'm
be real. I'm be real. People people say that I swapped a few of them motherfuckers out. This ain't no cap here. They swapped that bitch out for me for free and gave me the motherfucking. And I mean,
and it had a 3-year warranty on the
motherfucking year. So hold on, let me pay the bills right quick. Hold on.
You gotta pay some bills.
Yeah, let me pay these bills. I got some free bills. Shout out to my man Louis. Is that Louis the Naturalist? I'm going to say it once and loud. Ori is dog shit. Where are the bangers? Don't at me. All right, Louis. Cold-blooded Sensei, my brother, the Call of Duty master. I don't get the hype for reviewers for this game. It's just jump and run. Shout out and Ray for Death Stranding was it good? And I beat and Platinum is fucking. Check my receipts. All right, I'm just on the free messaging app and I got them up right here. Let me pay the bills. Hold on, right quick. I got my man. This motherfucker, y'all motherfuckers getting hot and heated, man. I had to take over my brother Benjamin. Hey, Benjamin, man. I had to check on you, brother. You was singing the blues over the Horizons with dog shit, bro. My man was talking about giving it all, man. Giving away his account. Oh, damn. He going PC. We said Sony been without competition for 9 years, son. Vicious, but shout out to you for scrubbing. My man JD the Bot. I said I'm JD the Game. I'm not a bot. I made you an admin on the channel too, brother, for the support. I said I'm not a bot. I do want all them competing. That's how we get better games. Good point. Better games. Better prices and services. If we let Sony get complacent again, we get the PS3 nonsense. Good point.
Exactly. Say it again. What was that? Make that guy name.
That's not true. But hold on.
Hold on. Let me go.
Let me finish the bills. Let me finish the bills. Hold on.
Love, bro.
Hold on. J Love, hold me finish the bills. He said, I'm not a bot. I do want all of them competing. That's how we get, I keep saying that, better games, prices, and service. If we let Sony get complacent again, we get the PS3 nonsense. You need 2 jobs and all that shit, right? So my man Eric Red 06, he said, second party exclusive will keep Sony on top for 2 years. Xbox podcast is saying now, you gotta watch some GRG niggas. How was Neo was coming to the Xbox? They on Neo 2 already, and I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? This is going a little bit more, like I said, the second party deals. I'm in my imagine because even with games like Neo 2, that's a very hardcore game. And again, that doesn't speak to the casual. You know what I mean?
Hey, what subject?
Victor
Alstein.
But okay, we got Victor Alstein. So my man, hold up, let me get this last bill right quick. He said, my man Victor said, Console Warlord Z, speaking facts and breaking. And I ain't trying to break no legs. We're just trying to call it thing down the middle, goddamn middle. We got to keep this thing funky, right? But yeah, big money. You want to answer J Love? I love this pony on pony crime. Ain't nothing like it.
So this ain't no pony on pony. This is just some real shit. Look, just like my man said in the chat, bro. Do you see what happened when they was on high, when Sony was on high with the PlayStation 2? You see what they did, and they came out and did with the PlayStation 3? Mm-hmm. I know why you stopped at the PlayStation 2, because you really didn't even want to get into the PlayStation 3, because you know those first 3 years was some fuck nigga years. And I don't even say fuck nigga. That's the first time I ever said it. Because it was some fuck nigga years. J-Dub know it. and Moss know it. They was some fuck nigga years, and they know that because they got complacent. They didn't want to do shit. They felt like they was the king, just like Mike Tyson, and then Buster Douglas came up there and knocked his ass out. That's what's gonna happen again if they get complacent, bruh. That's what I'm saying. I didn't say Sony stop doing what you doing. You get lazy when you at the top, bruh. When you at the top long enough, you get lazy than a motherfucker. You stop training. You stop doing the shit that you used to do. You can see now, J Love, what do you see? They don't got no information out there. They ain't told us shit about nothing. It's going into the fourth motherfucking month. We getting our games. I'm gonna say it again. This for J-Dub. J-Dub, we getting our game. So please don't interrupt me in a minute like you usually do. But we getting our game. But what about everything else? This is an ecosystem, bruh. Everything in there should matter. The games shouldn't just matter. They're the best thing about gaming, but you need everything else within there. If you go back to that Xbox 360 and that motherfucking PS3, to tell you the truth, those first 3 to 4 years, Xbox killed PlayStation. Only time they caught up is in the end. That's when they caught up. And then by that time, we wanted a whole new motherfucking system. It was going on 9 motherfucking years. So if you want that same fucking shit again, if you don't want no competition, my brother, you're gonna have this, you're gonna get the same shit that we got with the PlayStation 2. Do you want the same thing? If you're happy with what they did in the beginning of the PlayStation 3, you're not really a PlayStation friend. You're not a PlayStation fan because you're gonna be sounding like Data saying, "Oh man, it's just a baseball game, money. Oh shit, it's a 5-year-old game, money. Giving up all our shit. This ain't real PlayStation fans giving up our shit. That's a bandwagon nigga. You don't want to be a bandwagon nigga, bro.
Clip that. Can I interject?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Real quick, but go ahead.
Wait. Before you interject, let me pay the bills. Right, I gotta pay the bills before you might interject. Hold on one goddamn second. That's what I'm talking about. Big Money went there and knocked them young boys smooth the fuck out, man. That's what I'm talking about. He had that motherfucking moat licking. Shout out to Brian Cool for subscribing. Benjamin, he said we need another interview between Herman Hulst and Neil Druckmann talking about greatness. Like that's how far away we are from competition. Sony compete more internally than against third parties or Xbox.
Go ahead, Poster.
Yeah, Poster. You wouldn't interject yet.
I just want to applaud Big Money. He said that so emphatically, so passionate. You know,
here you go, twerking.
Voice and the energy in his voice was awesome, man. Look, man.
Oh my God.
I just want to say this, man. We're in a different age. I mean, we say it's about the games. Yeah, the games at the core of these systems matter, but it goes beyond that. Because the casuals that we knew 10 or 20 years ago are not the same casuals that we have out here now. We're in the age of instant gratification. People want their systems to do multiple things because we got young kids out here that are doing TikTok, they're tweeting, they're Snapchat and Facebook and all at the same time.
That's what's wrong.
That's what they got a phone for. That's what they got a phone for.
Yeah, so these systems is not just going to be about the games. The game's going to be at the core, but it's going to be what type of social capabilities they have, what type of features and things that make it easy on the gamers and stuff like that, that correlates and complement the gaming features. These are no longer just consoles. They are entertainment systems. They're there to entertain you.
Oh my God.
They're there to entertain you through gaming, through music, through TV, through video, YouTube, social media. This is what these platforms are here to do. So I know the gaming is the hardcore aspect of it, but let's not forget that these systems are no longer just consoles. They are entertainment, and they have to do those things as well.
They are.
No. Listen, let me.
Go ahead, J-Dub. Go ahead. I know you're ready. Go ahead.
Here's the thing about it, Post. What you're saying with that, right? These systems, last generation, were entertainment systems. They had DVD players and Blu-ray players and all that. They've always, in some aspect, for 3 generations now, have had that type of thing. That doesn't change nothing. Nobody goes out and buy a particular system because it has such and such feature or capability.
Well, they did with the PS2 though.
No. Listen, listen. It goes back to what I'm saying. 2 to 3 generations. It's always been that way. We need to focus on this. Microsoft has more apps on it than any other console on the market right now. More apps. It has Kodi. It has all these other shit. And the gamers have spoken. We don't give a fuck. We want these games. Games. And I get it, right? I get guys don't want to focus on the games because right now they don't particularly have a shining light right now when it comes to the game. So this is why they want to focus on the social media aspect and the apps and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, listen, man, I'm an old school gamer, right? I've been there since ColecoVision.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen companies come out with powerful hardware. I've seen them come out with weaker hardware, and they went against Nintendo. And guess what? Nintendo outlived all they fucking ass.
Yeah,
you know why? Yeah. That's because they only cared about the whole practical thing about a gaming console is the fucking games. Anything else is to the good.
Kratos, let me rebut that.
Gamers only spend money for the games.
Let me rebut that. I understand what you're saying, and I'm not saying that the social aspect and the entertainment of these systems overshadow or overplayed the gaming aspect. But let's be honest, the PS2 sold because it was the first system as a cheap DVD player. The PS3 sold because it was a cheap.
That's disingenuous. You're not speaking the whole
truth. Could you let me finish though?
Go ahead. You're not speaking the whole truth.
Let's be one of the. I said one of the reasons. I didn't say it was the main reason. I said one of the reasons. It was a cheap DVD player. The PS3 was the cheapest Blu-ray player on the market. To say that those things doesn't matter in this age is asinine, as Bamber would say. That's what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. I'm saying one of. I'm still saying gaming is at the core of the system. And the reason why I say gaming is still at the core of the system is because the turnaround that Microsoft is doing on the Series X. They're not selling it as an entertainment system like they did the Xbox the One or the Xbox One S. They're selling it as a gaming system first, and then those other features will complement. As like I was saying, TV, entertainment, and all that stuff.
So basically, doing what PlayStation, they doing what PlayStation has been doing. Basically,
I'm just saying. Well, I'm not saying that games is still the core of these devices, brother. I'm with you on that.
Anytime, this is why I say that, Post, because anytime people, when it comes to these consoles, people like to throw the games on the back burner. They like to be like, yeah, I know it's about games, but this, and this. And it's like, look, gamers have spoken. They've spoken largely. Listen, PlayStation didn't have all the fancy apps and the Kodis and all of that shit, and they still.
Let me tell you something, Kratos.
The games.
Let me tell you something, Kratos.
Hold on. Let me finish my point, and then I'll shut up. Let me finish my point. The reason I had said that it was disingenuous of what you said earlier, because it wasn't just about the DVD player. Yes, that played a big role, but it was also because they had fucking Grand Theft Auto exclusively. It's also because they had the Call of Duties and all these other multiplayer games exclusively. It was about the game.
Let me say Let me say this, Kratos. This is all I'm saying.
Have Madden on it, so guess what? The people automatically going to flock to the PlayStation because Sega didn't have that.
I watched my son is 12 years old, right? Mm-hmm. He was on my Xbox X last night. I seen him play about 20 or 30 minutes of Yakuza. He went from there to YouTube, went from there to Hulu, went from there to Netflix, and then he went back to gaming and then went back to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
No, that's good and dandy.
This is this new age. This new age of gaming.
Post the TV in your house has YouTube and Twitch and all of them apps on there.
I understand that, but I'm
10
just
years from now,
you,
he's gonna think of Yakuza.
Him watching
with that system.
He said, "Daddy, let me play the game." I said, "Go ahead," and he saw Yakuza up there. He was like, "Did you delete Grand Theft Auto?" I was like, "Yeah." So he booted up Yakuza, and he started the game. And I just watched him.
How old is he? How old is he?
He's 12. He's 12. And I just watched him hop from games to YouTube. Okay. These young gamers. It's like they don't sit still. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They'll invest their time in gaming, but like I said, they're going to Twitter, they're going to Facebook, YouTube, and all that stuff at the same time. But I'm still saying gaming is the core. Gaming is the core aspect of the system.
Yeah.
The other social aspects just complement it. You know what I'm saying?
Let me pay the bills real quick. Hold up.
Yeah, pay the bills, Dick.
My brother JD Gaming said, I'm not working 2 jobs. Remember, Sony? You got to get 2 jobs to buy a console. I'm not buying the same game reskin over and over again. I want good multiplayer games. Give me what I want. Scroll down. Sony Profit, with all the disrespect. I love it. Post of Silent Hill laying in Big Money's bed right now. True fuck niggas. Big Alley said, props to Big Money.
How dare you,
my man Victor Allison said, props to Big Money for keeping it real and slapping the shit out these fuck niggas. And I got another one, last one right here. Hold up. Oh, that is the last one. Oh, wait, free message in that.
I got a question after you done reading. I got a question for the Xbox.
Games is to quarantine people into echo.
Hold on, me first to pay. Okay. Games is to quarantine people into the ecosystem.
None of your business.
And none of your business. Z, check your Twitter DM. Great. Hold the line, ponies. All right, hold on. Right, check my Twitter right quick. Hey, Von Lamont.
Hey, let me ask you, Xbox guys, something. Do y'all think if the consoles get delayed to next year, will it hurt Xbox more than PlayStation? Because it gives Sony more time to work on games and shit.
Well, you know what? Actually, I think Sony is ahead. Dev kits, they got like a year head start. Microsoft with the dev kits from what I heard. So I think gaming wise, Sony probably be ahead of Microsoft.
I don't know, because if Godfather the only big game they got this far, that's an L. That shit look trash.
But that's not first party.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's not first party.
But you know what's the telling thing? Go ahead, post up.
I just think I think it'll be good. I don't know, but I don't know. That's a good question.
So do Halo get delayed too then? Do you think Halo get delayed too if Xbox Series X get delayed? Or are they still launch Halo and shit?
It's possible.
You know what? That's a good question.
I would delay it.
If it's going to be on the X,
to be shown in the good light. If that motherfucker is running on the X and the S,
it's not gonna.
It won't have that polish that I'm assuming they want to show, because I ain't gonna lie, man. What we've seen before,
even
the developers, even the developers.
You wouldn't want to run Halo Infinite on the series. I mean, the X or anything below that, because you want Series X to run it to show. Because if it end up delaying Series
60
Series
frames,
X,
and it gotta be looking good, and it gotta be.
So if I'm Microsoft, I would delay on Halo Infinite too.
I'm delaying Halo Infinite until I can show it in this.
Exactly.
I'm not finna launch Halo on the motherfucker.
Unless they use PC, but then again,
it defeats the purpose.
The only reason Sony decided to go ahead and launch Tsushima and The Last of Us and all of them big games this year is because their games look good, whether it's on the Slim, whether it's on the Pro. So they don't have that. They don't have that disadvantage that Microsoft have with the OG, with the SRAM in it. You know.
A huge shout out to None of Your Business. Thank you for the $25 point code on PlayStation. I want to download Neo. How can I put the code in on the computer?
You can do it on your app. You can do it on your PlayStation app on your phone.
Man, that shit don't never work for me when I try that shit. That shit.
It do. You gotta go to redeem code.
Yeah, just turn your PlayStation on and put that shit on.
It never works. I have to turn my PlayStation
Stop putting the fake ass numbers in there. Let
me tell you this: gamers
he gets that shit from D-Batch.
Gamers are fickle creatures. They're like Z.
So how come post up? So if a game is a fickle, how come post up? If game is a fickle, how come places are always hitting these numbers? That's the question and thing I keep asking y'all. How come they hit these numbers?
What numbers?
These numbers, 100.
All the numbers.
All right, hold on, J Love. Let me debunk.
Go ahead.
This is not fluke numbers. These are consistent average numbers.
Let me debunk what you're saying, J Love.
You just debunked what you just said.
Right. Let me also take it further. J Love. Those numbers, one thing, Sony didn't have competition. So if there's no competition, there's only one console in the market. Regardless, it's going to hit the number, whether people like it or not, because it's only one PlayStation. Xbox wasn't out at the time. Look at when 360 came out. Sony didn't hit 100 million with the PS3. So no, it's not consistent. So you're wrong about that. The PS3 did not hit 100 million.
Let's do
No, they
this.
hit 90. They hit 90 million, bro.
Right,
let me
it did
tell
not
you
hit
something.
100 million. So when there's competition,
When
there's competition, it was not consistent like you said. Because if what you're saying is true, then the PS3 would have hit over 100 million.
I got this. I got him. So the PS3. So you saying, hold on, you know what average means? You know what average means, right?
It did not hit 100 million. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay, but you know what the average means, right? They average They average over 100 million consoles, so they average more 100 million consoles sold than they did less than that. So
did it sell 100 million? Did it sell 100 million? You're not understanding what I'm saying. Stop telling me average. That's not, bro. Did it sold 100 million and over? It did it. What are you talking about?
Manhattan,
Talking about average.
If you take all the generation, right?
But we're not talking of no.
Yo,
Jade up. No. Hear me. He said Sony has been consistent even without competition. I showed them that with 360, they did not reach that mark.
They was almost there. They was 95 million. They was almost there. They was 95 million.
They was almost there. That's not
the two words he said was hold on. The two words he said was consistent.
I'm still trying to get over what Jay just said.
Thank you.
The two words he used was consistent and average.
Right. Exactly.
We're talking about multi-billion-dollar corporations that are not in the business of being hidden averages. Okay, we're talking about that. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me work. They are in the business of being consistent, but not being consistently average. They're in the business of being consistently and exceeding expectations and goals. So when you come off 150 million PS2 sales, they saying, okay, if we can hit 150 million, then there's an opportunity that we could gain another 30 to 40, 50. Maybe we get to 200 million or exceed that. That's how companies look.
Right.
So to go from 150 down to 90, and even in the PS4 era, back up to 100 million and sustain that. If I'm on the board, I'm saying, look, there's an issue here. We're hitting these numbers. We need to do something to change that because there's more people and more gamers out there that we aren't reaching. We want to exceed even in music. You always want to make your next better than your last. I'm not look, no, I'm not. I'm on the subject. I'm not downplaying the numbers that Sony has put out. I'm saying I'm just saying that y'all think Sony and Microsoft are happily hitting the same numbers every generation, and they're not. And you can tell they're not based on their decisions of putting their content on other devices, trying to reach other gamers.
Shit.
Where they at? They're not. You might be happy saying, yeah. So even
is Microsoft happy? Is Microsoft post up? Is Microsoft happy with hitting 40 million consoles this year? When they projected to get 200 million?
Nope, they not happy. Okay. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Cradle. They not happy. They are not happy. These companies is not investing billions and billions of dollars to keep hitting the same number every generation. There's no progress. Where's the progress?
I'm gonna pay the bills right quick. My man, you love that. We said, that's not true, Data, because Neo 2 looks trash, fuck nigga. Hold up, we got some more here, some more slander. JD Gamer, Jada stopping the PS3 sold 87 million consoles, not 95. Sony Prophet said,
right.
Console gamers aren't mobile gamers. Stop it. Ed Coop, man, said Xbox Live is down again. I want to play Ori, fuck niggas. Jesus Christ. And we got how far is posting Ori 2?
How far is he in Ori 1? That's the question.
Hold on, I haven't played Ori 2 yet. My system unhooked and everything right now. But Sony Prophet did make a point. You're right. Console gamers aren't mobile gamers, and that's why Sony and Microsoft are putting making their games accessible on no mobile devices because they want to put their content where those gamers are.
They've been doing that for 10 years. Though.
No, they haven't.
They've been trying to get to these billion gamers out there forever.
Nah, but Sony has
Sony
has a mobile studio though. Sony has a mobile studio.
You can't keep hitting the same 150 million gamers every generation.
Post.
You spending more money.
Just like
You
the
spending
developers
more
said.
money every generation to hit the same people. That's not. Look, that's not.
That's
good.
asinine.
Matt Piscatella said, "Listen, he's an analyst. He said Microsoft is focusing on a install base that's not there. They're talking about 2 billion. They're talking about cell phone gamers and stuff. They are not there. They're never coming to your console. Get over it. They're chasing a
They
ghost.
don't want them to
Focus
come
on
to their console.
That's
what they're telling you.
Yes, they do. Stop it. Yes, they
No.
do. They, like you said, they invest billions of dollars in this hardware. Don't tell me they don't want them motherfuckers to go and buy your console. Stop it.
No.
Microsoft wanted to sell 200 million fucking consoles this generation.
Okay, Kratos. If that's the case, if they want them 2 billion to come to that hardware, then why is Sony is making it where you can access all the PS5 content separate of a PS5 console?
Where?
Okay. Wait, hold on.
Where?
Independent of a PS. And they say we want our gamers.
Where?
What you mean? He put the thing up on the screen all the time. What?
Where, Post? What you talking about, Post?
It's in the truck.
They done listen. They outselling the PS2. They outdoing every single Matrix, and you trying to drag Sony into that fucking shithole.
If they're doing all of that,
this is
why do they state on their future plans that they want you to access PlayStation content independent of a PlayStation
Let me break your jaw. Big money. Take notes right now, right? This is what happens when you going out on the limb, when Sony providing you the games that you want, but you want them to keep fighting and focusing on what Microsoft is doing. You see what Microsoft is doing. They
Damn, why you had to pull me in?
No, listen. Post up just said it. They don't give a fuck about the hardware, right? He just said,
do
you want PlayStation to go that route?
He's reveling to think of his thought. He's reveling to think of his thought. He's reveling to get to his point.
Listen,
get to your point. Stop reveling and get to your point.
Hold on, Post. Let's go back to the point I was trying to make to my brother Big Money, my fellow PlayStation gamer.
Thinking of what to say.
No, listen. Let me say.
Trying to figure out a comeback. Get to the point, nigga. Get to the point.
I want to say is if you're hoping that Sony has to counter every single fucking thing that Microsoft is doing, which Microsoft is the loser this generation.
I'm not talking
You're
deflecting. Come on, get to the point. Stop trying to get to the point.
I got the floor. If you want Sony to run behind Microsoft, which is the loser, run behind
I did not say that.
Every single thing they do.
Ain't talking to big money.
No, listen.
I didn't even say that.
It seemed like
he's trying to find the answer, people. He is searching for the answer.
Microsoft comes out. Hold on. Microsoft comes out. And Microsoft, they give you this spec, or they do this, or they say they're going to do that.
That's not
he wants Sony to do it.
Get to the point.
Get
to the point. Let me tell you something.
Hold on. Let me pay the bill. Hold up.
That's not the point.
I pay the bill. He got to pay the bill, y'all.
Hold on. Let me finish. So if that's the case, right? I ain't heard not one of y'all motherfuckers say, well, why don't Microsoft try to do what Sony is doing and giving us big blockbuster AAA fucking games?
That's not what I said, though.
Thank you.
That's not what I said.
I'm going to pay the bills.
You got to pay the bills, y'all. You got to pay the bills.
All right, my man Top Dog said, I love the insults. Sony Profit, how far is Post of Minority 2? Top Dog 2K17 said Xbox 160 million versus 350 million PlayStation in the same 20-year time. Sony Profit said, my girl is playing Bejeweled on an iPhone. She ain't going to console. Stop it. But here's because I want to switch topic. I got one last time to tell you. This is what Post is saying. If Sony's doing so well, right, and selling all these consoles, why are they putting their software on other shit? Basically,
what I'm asking you,
that's
what
are
they doing?
Going.
Hey, and then let me, before y'all answer, let me just say this to Jada, to tell you the truth, man. Going into the next generation, bro, I really do think Microsoft is doing better than what Sony is doing right now.
brother.
Going into the
Yeah,
next
brother.
generation.
I hope you buy Xbox and game on there, brother.
But that's what Post was saying. Yo,
I'm saying this to my boys out here on the
what's
live
up, brother?
podcast, yo. We're gonna be here in another 2 years saying, God damn, what? I can see it right now. Just how like
Same goddamn what?
Fuck nigga D-Bot got fucked. It's gonna be the same shit. Well, we're
What
gonna
you
be
mean?
over here with our D-Bot. I'm telling you, all these niggas on this panel gonna be like, God damn, I'm telling you, yo. I'm telling you.
Having that faith in Microsoft.
That's
I ain't got hey, bro. What? Listen, you must wait what I say.
Repeat, basically.
I own everything. If Sony got the games, brother, I'm there. I'm not gonna be fucked. I'm a multi-console owner, brother. I ain't gonna be like that.
That's why. Hey, I don't care if they got the games or not.
If
I'm
Microsoft,
mad.
I'm gonna tell you something. If Microsoft don't put no goddamn gas, their fault. I'm gonna clown the shit out. That's, you know what I mean, brother? Listen, I don't give no fucks either way down the middle. You know, I give zero fucks. And as a gamer, I want them to go out that motherfucker and put out the bangers. You know what I mean? But like I said, I put shooters on the box. I can't use that dual socket, so my hands too goddamn big, man. But I hope they do. If they're not, I'm gonna clown the fuck out of them. Like I always do. I don't give a fuck. But hold on 1 second. But hold on. Look, we're getting switched up the last time we get the hell up out of here. Rumors has it again. Sony's in talks with Konami, to bring back 2 Silent Hill IPs. I did a video on that, and now they're saying also to buy the Metal Gear Solid franchise. From now, I don't know if to buy it or to lease it to do a one in cahoots with them and co-develop.
Honestly, that'd be better hands than Konami right now. They are doing dog shit with that fucking franchise.
But see, you got to think about it. Konami said after Kojima left, they make the bulk of their money in pachinko machines. They don't really make money like that on those games.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is why they don't care. I can see them partnering with some of their IPs. Cause a lot of people don't realize in the NES era, the original Nintendo, Konami was the biggest party publisher ever. They had Super C. They had, like you said, Castlevania. They had Metal Gear. They had every single thing. Games that gamers today don't even know. Konami was the big wig back then. But now is a new generation. They make more money gambling with casinos and those machines like that. And so I can see them parting with those IPs. They don't care. What's the last game that Konami made outside of the Metal Gear?
The soccer games.
Nobody.
Or they might just start leasing them out.
I think they make Dream Daddy. I don't know.
Some straight to
Konami
Steam
was selling
shit.
off that shit a while ago, so it don't.
That's true.
Honestly, I think they would be in better hands at Sony. Some of them IPs like Castlevania and Metal Gear. They would.
It seemed like every game I booted up when I was younger was a Konami game. It said Konami at the bottom.
Exactly.
I can't see Konami parting with some of this because of the
everywhere. Like that shit was
like
everywhere. Everywhere.
Hold up.
Yeah, they were Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All of it.
Hey, breaking news.
What?
Xbox Live is down.
All right, so we know that already, Trey.
Again?
But anyway, hold up. But listen, that I ain't gonna lie. That right there, if it's true, that's huge. That's huge. That's fucking huge. But even with that's what I'm talking about. Even with stuff like that, I know how you say Japan and
they gotta keep.
Japan gonna stick with Japan. You know what I mean? But like I said, money talk, bullshit walks. But if I was, like I said, somebody like Phil Spencer, whatever the fuck the case, me being a gamer, and I don't know if those things make. Because one thing about Microsoft, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense, right? And again, I don't know what goes on behind these closed doors, right? Hold on 1 second. Behind these closed doors. But stuff like that, even bringing back the Silent Hill franchise. I have a PS4 with the PT demo on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I use some things with big money. You know what I mean? Hold on 1 second. Yeah.
You know what? When you put Microsoft, Sony, and any other Japanese company together, but 9 times out of 10, to me, and I could be talking off the top of my head, 9 times out of 10, Japanese don't want to say money don't have nothing to do with it, but when you got a company like Sony or Nintendo, those Japanese companies gonna do business with them first. They're gonna do business with them first. Now it got to be some wild ass number from Microsoft in order for one of those Japanese companies to come over to them and do something like that. But when it comes to those, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll put the counter to that. Right, you have a point, but I don't think it's big. I don't think it's that big. It's the thing about is the focus, right? Look at Platinum Games, right? That's a Japanese company, and they were making Scalebound for Microsoft exclusively. So yes, they can get those deals. They can do that, but I feel like it's Microsoft that either it's two things. Either they feel like their install base don't really care much for them. Because you look at the Yakuza series, Sony didn't pay for those. Sony didn't pay a dime for those Yakuza games to come to their platform. They came to their platform by default because they had nowhere else to go. Because
hold on.
Didn't really care
It's been an update. Sony Interactive Entertainment plans on acquiring not only Metal Gear, they want to acquire Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and Castlevania.
Yes.
Yes.
Castlevania.
See, bro, that's that big.
Castlevania.
Metal Gear, Silent Hill,
I'll be talking about.
Castlevania. They said Hideo Kojima will be involved in both Metal Gear and Silent Hill.
But they got to put a leash on.
I just typed that into the
the
chat.
said though, they're gonna have to they got to put a leash on Kojima though.
No, fuck all that.
I just posted that in the chat about Castlevania. How that IP is on fire right now because of that Netflix show. And where's the AAA game? So that could be really.
If they get them 3 IPs alongside the other first party titles, that's a problem.
These are big
blockbusters. That's a problem.
Sony going out. They're going after the big shit. Not these little small tinky indie. They going for the big shit, and that's gonna lead up to this generation, bro. I'm just telling you. Hey, bro, that's what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about PS5,
hey, bro, I got the age. That is humongous. That is fucking out of the ballpark. That is out of the fucking ballpark.
When I tell you, brother, it's all about the games. Like I told you,
come on,
as long as these fucking big blockbuster games keep coming, I'm on the PlayStation, bro. The minute they stop giving me that, I'm going elsewhere. But this news right here, that's 3 major big fucking triple IPs that money can't fucking buy. And that shit, and then they're gonna have Norman Reedus in it. They're gonna have Kojima. They're gonna have other shit. That shit gonna be huge, bro.
Let me pay the bills right quick.
Look at it, he capping.
Let me pay the bills right quick. Hold on. My man Reckless. My man Reckless 252 was that Sex Money and Murder 252. He said all these J's shit must be in the water. Shit must be in the water. J Dub, J Love, J Tech. I ain't never seen such cap until I seen these 3 fuck niggas. Oh my god. My man True Virgil. $100 to kick Post up off the podcast so he beat Witcher 3 and $50 to have Big Money stop crying. Fuck niggas. Drop the money. We'll make it happen. I'll beat that shit for him. Drop it. But yeah. But look, let me get that link though.
Yo, D, let me ask you something before you leave.
Yes, bro.
What happens if the Xbox Series X disappoints you this gen, next gen? What you gonna do now? You gonna keep capping these dudes or what, man?
What am I capping for?
He said, bro, Zeke told you he's gonna buy. He's just saying he's gonna.
Let me hear him out. What you want me to say, right? I'm not sure what you say. I like Gears. I like Fable. And I play shooters on that motherfucker. Like I'm always, I want to play the best version of Gears and play the best version of Fable when it does come out. I don't give a fuck about Forza. I don't give a fuck about Halo, but I play shooters on the box. I prefer the controller. Like, what more do you want me to say?
Okay.
He wants you to stop buying Xbox.
You got
He's just gonna use it for third party support.
No, I use it for we got the best version of the multiplats. But if Sony, let me tell you something, bro. Here's the thing, right? When I say I'm not, hold on, where's my guy? I'm gonna show you something. You can see the goddamn screen. I don't fucking control that. But
you know what, bro? You got to realize, man, where you came from, man. You are still next gen 720 to a lot of motherfuckers.
I can dig it.
You are still the Xbox king to a lot of motherfuckers. That's not going away, bro. It's not going. No matter how many times
hey, they still got that Xbox stigma about you.
Hey, yo, but even as far as that though, it's not. Listen, it's so much about being honest. Huh?
Yeah, he's being honest. No, he being real though. But you know what was telling when Zaire had Crap game on, Crap said, "Yo, I'm not even buying the X." He said, "I'm buying PS5." That nigga said he buying a PS5,
bro.
Only,
bro. That nigga's a goddamn lie. Listen, shit, Crap can say. Goddamn lie.
Crap don't ever tell the truth, bro.
Hey, yo, but anyway, you see, I can't listen. Real shit, right? Somebody says, see, always talking about. Do you see this shit? Do you fucking see this shit? My thumbs are fucking touch. Look at my goddamn hands. My ring fingers are size fucking 14 and a half. I can't do with these little ass goddamn controllers. And he said, why do you keep, you said if the Xbox is, that's what I'm like, if the Xbox is dog shit, why? Bruh, I play shooters on the what do we went to shit in goddamn Spanish across the goddamn sky? I'm a multi-console owner, right? You see me out there capping for Sea of Thieves or shit, you see me playing that dog shit? No. You would not hear me capping for some shit I don't play or I don't like. But I don't have a problem being subjective or objective. Listen, let me tell you something, bro. This is my hobby. I am a gamer. I will always own multiple consoles as long as given the choice to. To say that Xbox is not gonna come out with some shit I'm not gonna like generation. Let's me. You know what I mean? That's like, let's be realistic, right? So they do come out with something I do like. I don't believe in, like I said, I got one. I'm there. You know what I mean? Like, this is my hobby. This is what I do. You know, you can have your preferred. If they don't listen, if they drop out that bitch and drop another motherfucking goosebump, let's not get it twisted. The Xbox One X is a hell of a goddamn console if you got one. The multiplayer looks beautiful on this motherfucker. The HDR, Dolby Vision, Dolby HDR, and all that shit it does some amazing goddamn shit. The next one will have audio ray tracing. I'm all into the tech and all that shit right there. But if exclusively they don't come out and put out some shit, you best believe I'm going to give them shit about it, brother. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I mean? But am I looking for the next
get
year?
you the adapter.
No, I'm not buying no adapter. I'm not doing so. I don't want to do with the input lag. Bro, what the fuck? Why do I don't have to? I can afford both consoles. What the fuck? Like, I ain't got to make no concessions and nothing. I'm own everything. J Dub's buying one. The fuck? Like, I ain't got to go out that motherfucker to make no concessions and nothing. Fuck. Yeah, fuck. I ain't got to go out there. Nah, like shit. Like, I ain't listen. That's that Nazi. Look. That's that. See, that's the shit I don't. That's that motherfucking Nazi shit, and I'm not going like, bro. I ain't with all that shit, bro.
Yeah,
fucking
for some of these people, bro, because
it ain't that goddamn serious. I can afford both.
Hey, bro,
what was the source on that breaking news that you just had?
Get me an adapter. I'm
Send it to
going to buy a
Bugdad.
third wall of peripheral of Blue Edge.
Jack of all controllers.
Yeah, I ain't doing
Jack
all
of all
that.
controllers. All right.
Doing all that dog shit if I ain't got to.
Hey, G, I be trying to
For
tell
some.
motherfucker, I don't care if the Xbox do bad or good, I'm still buying it. If the PS5 do bad or good, I'm
I'm a
still
gamer.
buying it. I'm a
Right,
good
but
buyer, motherfucker.
Look, y'all gotta understand. For
Like,
some
but
people, right?
Some
See,
people
they look
can't
at it this
realize
way.
that, man.
Right, for
Yeah.
some
Listen,
people, they
I
only
get that.
nah.
Listen,
Some people only
for
want
the
to
people
buy
that
one
don't
console,
have,
right? So for them, it's like it has to be a reason for them to buy because they only gonna own one. Where
Yeah.
you guys is gonna buy it regardless. For
Yeah,
I guess J Love,
Yeah, I
it's
don't care
like you
what the
gotta
fuck
like
you
I'm
do.
only buying one console, so
I ain't got
you
to.
know you gotta give me a reason to buy a console. Other than that, he feels like he's not
Own
gonna buy it.
everything.
now.
I wish Nintendo had some decent hardware. I buy that motherfucker. But that's what I won't do. You know what I mean? This is crazy. This is what I think is crazy, right? Now I know we live in the fucked up world. Niggas that give me shit about buying a 12 T-flop console, but won't say shit about got that bitch and buy a motherfucking pocket rocket and Nintendo goddamn Switch where I need a cell phone for voice chat. Like, what the fuck are we going to? What are we doing here?
Nintendo got
what?
Nintendo got them.
Got what?
Games, bro.
What games? Nigga, I don't play Mario. I'm a grown ass man. I don't play Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, Mario All-Star. I don't play that shit. What games?
Hey, Z, man, I can't fuck with you on that. They do got some good games.
What
And they
games?
got some good games coming out, Z.
What?
They got some good games coming out, bro. They got some good games coming out,
bro. That shit ain't even fucking high def. I ain't playing that dog shit, bro. I need a fucking a cell phone to do a voice chat. Bro, I ain't into that shit. I don't play that TV winky shit on the
still got
Xbox.
some good games coming out.
Nigga, name me one.
What's the name? I forgot the name. Is it not Metro? What's the name of that fucking game?
I
can't say the name of the motherfucker.
Animal Crossing?
Yeah. Metro Prime. That's coming out.
Metro Prime.
No.
Bro,
Metroid.
I don't give a fuck about no Metroid.
Coming out. No, Metroid ain't coming out. That was a game over 7 years ago.
Bro, I don't play that shit, bro.
Sit your ass up.
That shit, bro. You see them dog shit graphics?
You fan or Xbox fan?
Hey, bro.
Metro Prime on like
Hey, bro, you see them dog shit graphics? I ain't into that shit, bro.
It's
that shit. Now Z. Now I don't know about. Well, they ain't even show no graphics for that game.
Man, that motherfucker less powerful than fucking bro. That motherfucker is weaker than 2013 hardware, bro. Like this shit is dog shit.
Bayonetta 3 coming out.
I don't give a fuck about no Bayonetta on a 360, bro. That shit like some PS3. Like, I ain't that shit. Yeah, I ain't with that shit. I ain't paying $300 for that though. No achievements, no cloud saving. I gotta pay for that. You don't get the fuck out of here. I ain't playing for that dated shit. Yeah, but my man said give a whole bunch of people. My man Chrissy said 252. He said give him the link. I inbox you the link for the Silent Hill thing, man. Like god damn, like I don't understand being attacked for my preference, man. A lot of you motherfuckers sit down and pee. I don't say nothing.
Nobody's attacking you.
Hey, bro, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay,
like,
maybe they are. Maybe
I ain't with that Nazi shit. I own everything.
Hey,
but I call it down the middle though.
Get an adapter. I'm just saying for your hands and your feet getting on fire or whatever you're talking about. That's all.
You can use an adapter for but the input I take my shooters. I take that shit serious. I don't want no in latency. When you use the third party peripherals.
Well, any game that you play on the PS, I'm just saying you can't use an Xbox
on a fucking
controller.
Yeah, I ain't with that shit, bro.
Not for just shooters, any game.
Yeah, whatever. Like they be buggos. No, the fuck I want to play Phil. I like Gears of goddamn War. I know what I mean. Cuphead wasn't that bad, but goddamn. But but this one, these got a problem. We go out and buy a Switch. I ain't into that Nintendo shit, bro. 42-year-old goddamn man with kids walking around, grown ass walking around with a Switch.
But you buy everything.
No, I don't buy that shit then.
What if there's one game on
there? I don't listen. Them graphics is dog shit. Nigga, I ain't paying $3 to play no goddamn Mario. Hell no. Nigga,
Zelda?
Nigga, I'm the epitome of gold chain gaming. I got 2 big ass OLEDs on my desk. Nigga, you don't know? I ain't playing that dumb.
Play Breath of the Wild though. That's a good game.
I got a Breath of the Wild in my pants. Hey, fuck out of here, cocksucker. Beat it.
Hey, you're trying to get 1 million or 100,000 subscribers. Come on.
Warzone. Hey, Tony Profit. Warzone, my shit, bro. We about to boot up right now. That's my shit. I gotta win.
On right now. Hell, I'm waiting on you.
I'm about to download that shit, man.
Yeah, that shit the truth. Z, you're part of the problem. Black Lives doesn't matter. You play on the Xbox. Y'all get the fuck out of here with that weird shit. Y'all the wrong goddamn man, bro. Like, bro, I keep this motherfucker bugging.
Z is a fucking problem.
Hey, bro, I don't give a... Hey, yo, the crazy part, I don't give a fuck about the Xbox. It's dog shit, bro. Like, that bitch is a multi-plat box.
Hey, bro, that's the motherfuckers that be into this gaming shit way too much.
See, not true. Maybe you don't get the fuck out of here and go suck a dick some goddamn way.
Oh.
Niggas is bugging. Why? Because I can afford you, bitch. Nigga, I like consoles, motherfucker. Shit, I had a TurboGrafx 16 coming, the mini.
Yo, I don't really get this shit.
Spread that down.
Why is it that motherfuckers really want you to just own one shit? I don't
know, man. This shit weird to me. No. It's not even so much that, bro. If I told little motherfuckers I'm getting a Switch, these niggas will be doing motherfucking jumper jacks. I don't play that shit.
Believe it or not, I used to be that same way. I used to just stick with one system. I just stuck with one system for the longest.
I'm a goddamn, I ain't got to.
I can never do that, bro. Like, if I have the money to buy both, I don't really give a fuck. I just
own everything. If one better than another, kudos. If Sony got some dog shit, they out there bitch with that Trout Pico 5 and Godzilla, I'm gonna get them motherfucking shit.
And I ain't gonna lie, bro. It took
that was a dark time for us, man.
Bro, it took the PS. When the PS3 got hacked, my nigga, that's when I got out of that mentality because I was like, I can't do this shit, and not able to play COD, bro. Because at the time, Modern Warfare 2 was the biggest shit. I bought the 360. I was like, bro, nah, boy. I can't do this shit. From now on, I'm just gonna own both consoles just in case. And some shit happen, I'm on the other one, bro. Fuck it. I don't know about y'all. I can wait for almost a year, bro, for the service to go back up. Kudos to
you. And one console.
Shit. Here we go. We gotta go. Listen,
PC, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going over to Twitch. We're gonna be doing some. We're gonna be doing some Warzone. Like I said, if you got Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to your boy for free. We're going over to Twitch right now.
No, that's what I'm saying. Fuck what he talking about. You know what I'm saying?
But
you have one console. You only have one console.
No, you have one console.
Hey, man, so Parker come on, they be going in on Parker.
He's signing that PC contract.
It's a PC and a PS5 or PS4.
I don't need your PC. Your PC weak as hell.
What's up? Anytime you want to do a benchmark for $100?
You already set it up. You guys already set it up. Halo Infinite. Remember?
That's right. We're gonna find out. I'm doing about 100 on my PC or Ori. What about you?
Oh my! Your PC is not. Your PC is not more powerful, man. I don't give a fuck about no PC. What are you talking about, Parker? Now you just talking to be talking. That's why you get your ass. Now, yo, that's when you guys got cursed out. They dropped the bomb on your ass. Like, listen, ladies and gentlemen. But don't look. Hey, yo, hold on, fuck that. I'm about to drop some funny shit.
Yo, you a culture vulture.
Yeah, I'm a culture vulture. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give y'all some exclusives. Just for Parker talking shit, I'm gonna make this shit to the public. Here you go, right here. I was the culture vulture. Yeah. Hey, yo, hold on. Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen. This right is exclusive. Listen, Patreon shit right here exclusive. Click that link right there.
Sign a contract.
Hey, yo, there you go to the link right there. I'm putting out there for the world to see. There you go, some exclusive Patreon. But listen, hey, yo, but we going live on Twitch right now. Let me get my screen.
They turned up on your bitch ass.
Oh, shit, there you go. Shit about to go left. Come over to Twitch.
You bring up that same tight ass joke, son. But see, here's the thing: I would hate for someone to turn up on you, and then all of a sudden, you being the biggest.
Parker got jumped. He got jumped. Parker, you keep bringing the man getting jumped. He got jumped.
Allegedly.
And ladies and gentlemen, come on over to Twitch. We're gonna see why Trey got jumped.
Trey, he was out. He ain't